Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So for this week's review, we're going to be talking about my experience using the Coco and Eve Like a Virgin hair mask. Now Coco and Eve were lovely enough to send me a sample of this mask. They unfortunately did see my video that I posted a few months ago of me testing out the Sunny Honey Bali bronzing foam. Oh, such a mouthful. But if you haven't seen that video, I will link it above. But oh my goodness. Just oh my goodness, there's not much more I can say about that. The other day I watched that video back for the first time since I filmed it. You guys were absolutely roasting me in the comments, but like I said, Coco and Eve saw that video and probably thought, oh my goodness, this girl doesn't know what she's doing, and 110% you were absolutely right. But as well as sending me this mask, they were kind enough to send me maybe a more appropriate shade of tan, so I'm going to be retrying it in this video today. I'm not going to talk too much in depth about it just because I have already reviewed this on my channel. It's more to just show you guys that I can actually apply fake tan better and not f up my hands. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel, but do not forget to turn your notifications on to be told every time I post, as well as following me on my socials because I post a lot on there, especially on Instagram. I'm posting like new makeup looks that I do, as well as hinting at what I'm going to be reviewing next and also when I'm going to be posting because my schedule's a little bit like this at the minute. So jumping straight in, this is the Coco and Eve Like a Virgin coconut and fig mask. I have been using this over the course of probably about 2 weeks. I've used this every other day when I've been washing my hair. So I think I've used this a total of a few times. Probably like 3 times, 4 times now, and I already have a lot to say about it, which is quite unusual for hair products for me. I just want to start off by saying that this has got one of my favorite ingredients in it, coconut. If you don't know, you need to know. One of the most miracle-induced ingredients that has walked on this planet. Okay, coconuts don't have legs, but you know what I mean. I love coconuts. They're so great for your hair, for your skin, for your health in general, just like the best thing since sliced bread. Not sure how I feel about figs as a food, but figs in a hair mask, now we're talking. So not only did they send me the hair mask as well as the full Bali bronzing bundle, they also sent over a couple of their other goodies. So this is the Coco and Eve detangling hairbrush, as well as the hair wrap, I think these are called. So I've been using all of these items just to really get a feel for how they work as a combo. Some of them I'm more sold on than others. Throughout this video, I will be popping clips on the screen of me actually using the items as I speak about them. I'd actually start out by using the detangling brush first on my dry hair. I know that sounds really weird, but just bear with me. I saw this thing online about your hair follicles getting blocked if you use a lot of hair products or if you use a lot of dry shampoo. I am that bitch. I use so much dry shampoo, it's unreal, just because my hair is mega, and I mean mega oily. So the way that I would use this is I go through and brush my hair from the bottom to the top. So I'd gather it all into a little bit of a semi ponytail and then just brush upwards like this. Not trying to give away how I think of this product, but my hair feels so good right now. Then once I brushed all the way from the ends of my hair to the root, I then go in using the brush like this, put it onto my scalp, and then just kind of go in circular motions all around the front of my hairline, work my way from the front all the way to the back of my head. This probably sounds so weird, but one, it stimulates hair growth, also unblocks the follicles on your scalp, say if there is a lot of product buildup, because that can sometimes stop your hair from growing as it should do. Hairdresser talk. I initially started doing this because my scalp started to get really itchy. It started to become flaky. I knew I didn't have dandruff. Try it once and you will feel a difference in the way that your hair dries and the way that your scalp feels. It feels really fresh. It feels mega like squeaky clean. I do that maybe once to twice a week sometimes. Just doing that one step before you wash your hair can potentially change your whole hair game. I promise you, try it once or twice and just see if you feel a difference. Just realised I've actually got my glasses on my head. Do you like them? I went for something a little bit different this time. So I'd go and have my shower as normal. I'd shampoo my hair with my regular shampoo, then grab the detangling brush and just kind of did the same thing that I did when my hair was dry. And then I'd go in and use this hair mask. So I tend to squeeze out all of the excess water from my hair just to make sure that the mask really has a chance of getting deep into the cuticles of my hair. Of course, the amount that you use varies depending on your hair type as well as the length and amount of hair. Obviously, as you can see, my hair's kind of mid-length-ish, but very, very fine and also quite flyaway. When it's naturally drying, it goes a little bit curly, but more like frizzy rather than curly. So I used probably about a palm-size amount of this product, I'd say, and then I would kind of just like distribute it through my hair evenly throughout the mid-lengths and ends. One thing that I do, which I think some people maybe wouldn't recommend if you actually do have oilier hair, is that I used the excess that was left on my hands after I put it through my mid-lengths and ends just to go through kind of like not from the root, but maybe a little bit further down, just kind of going through and just putting it onto the top section of my hair, preferably where I know where my hair parts, and mix it into the mid-lengths and ends. I wouldn't normally do that, but because my hair, as you guys will know, is so flyaway, it sticks up like left, right and center, especially my baby hairs here and the new hair that grows in my parting, tends to get a little bit out of control, very frizzy as well. So I thought I'd just try that out to see whether or not that helps. In the description for this product, not only does it say that it strengthens your hair as well as trying to get it back to its virgin state, but it also says that it tames frizz as well. My hair is frizzy as hell sometimes. Any humidity, I go like Monica from Friends. It's just not a good time. So once I distributed the mask through my hair, I left it on for roughly about 10 minutes, did the rest of my shower. Whilst the mask was on, I'd also run the brush through my hair just to make sure that there was absolutely no tangles left, and I'd rinse off the mask after 10 minutes of use. Even after the first initial time of me using this, I really felt a difference in my hair. Once I'd rinsed off all of the product, I still had that extra smooth feeling to the rest of my hair. I squeezed out the excess water from my hair as I would do normally when I get out of the shower and like dry myself off and everything. I tend to wrap my hair in a towel. However, they did actually send me over the Coco and Eve hair wrap, I think this is called. I can't quite remember, but it's got kind of a fluffy lining on the inside, really cute outside of the wrap as well. I've had some of these in the past before, but I've never really warmed to them that well, but I thought, you know what, it might be adding to the process of making my hair greater, so I did try it out a couple of times. For me personally, I don't feel like this type of a hair wrap method to dry my hair does work for me. Usually I'll wrap my hair in a towel for like 5 minutes or so just to get rid of the excess, and then I'll just let my hair air dry just because it's so fine. For other hair types this might work a treat, but just for me personally, I don't feel like it did. Of course, throughout the whole process, as you can see, I did actually fake tan alongside doing this. I did actually apply the tan before I went and had a shower. As you can see, my hands are absolutely normal. They are not crazy in any way. I only left the tan on for probably about 2.5 hours, as that's what Coco and Eve actually recommended that I do instead of leaving it on overnight. So I brushed the tops of my hands and the tops of my fingers and in between my fingers with the excess, and the excess only. I used the smallest pea-size amount of tan to put on my hands and also on my feet, and as you can see, it worked a treat. I look normal. I don't look crazy. Now moving on to what my hair felt like after I used the mask. I'll show you a clip of what my hair looked like before I used the mask. It's very knotty, quite tangled. It looks just a little bit dry. On the whole, I don't have bad hair. Now that my hair is back to more or less my natural hair color, I know it's super dark. My hair has also been super frizzy because of the humidity and the air at the minute. Like the UK is either pissing with rain or it's super freaking hot. Like there's no in between. But recently we've had a lot of storms and that meant a lot of humidity. Every 5 minutes I straighten my hair and it would just be like whoosh. But I have to say, I noticed straight away after the first use that my hair blow dried in a different way. My hair blow dried a lot smoother, there was a lot less flyaways, and normally my hair is very fluffy when I blow dry it. A lot of the time once I blow dry my hair, I would then use like a hair oil to put on top just to tame the flyaways and kind of smooth down all of that fluffiness. However, that sometimes meant that my hair would go greasy quicker. Since I've started using this mask, I haven't had to use hair oil on my hair once, even like the few days after I've washed my hair. Normally when I wash my hair and then sleep in it, the next morning it's like bedhead central. I'm also that person that uses a lot of dry shampoo. I use it the night before and sleep in it just because, one, it gets rid of that weird kind of like white cast you sometimes get on your hair, especially when your hair's dark and you're using like a white dry shampoo. It can make your hair look a little bit grey. It would also make my hair very dry on the scalp area and kind of stick up a bit more, but since I've been using the mask, the dry shampoo has not had the same effect on my flyaways whatsoever. It's really strange, like everything is tamed, everything is smooth. Normally with dry shampoo it creates a texture in your hair. When you're styling it, it's absolutely great because you have a bit of texture to work with, whereas when you've just washed your hair is so sleek and so smooth. Anything that you do, well for me personally, anything that I do style wise, curling, straightening, just either drops out or just starts to flick, and it's just, what's the point? But since using the mask, even the second day after I've washed and dried my hair and then used dry shampoo, my hair still sits the same. It sits nicer, it looks thicker. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but my hair just looked kind of more in place. It looks sleeker. it looks shinier. And normally I wouldn't sing as many praises about a hair product just because everything works for a certain amount of time and then it stops working for me. Obviously in the future my hair could get used to this product and maybe the effects may not be the same, but for now it works a treat for me. I really like it. It is more on the expensive side, but if you are somebody that doesn't mind paying for something if they know it works, or if you're a hair care fanatic and you absolutely love trying out new products, I would recommend that you do so with this as well. So that was my thoughts on the Coco and Eve Like a Virgin hair mask. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up so I know. It really does help me out a lot. I will also leave links in the description to the mask as well as the Sunny Honey Bali bronzing bundle. God, these names, as well as my social media. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, as well as turning your notifications on to be told every time I post. And also follow me on my socials because, like I said, I post a lot of content on there and hint about things I'm going to be reviewing next. Thank you again so much for spending your time with me this week. I hope you have a super lush weekend as always, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye guys.